Hey, I'm David Young, founder of Drone Launch Learning. If you're watching this video, that means you're likely interested in our high school curriculum and you're trying to figure out what it is and if it makes sense for your high school. Drones represent one of the fastest growing technologies in today's workforce. And at Drone Launch, we've helped over 50,000 students and professionals develop these in-demand skills through our digital courses and our high school curriculum. So what do we offer? We have two 9-week courses. Many high schools teach these back to back to form one 18-week semester. The first course is Drone Technology and Flight Fundamentals. And the second course is Commercial Drone Licensure and Part 107 Prep. So I'm going to tell you about each of those and what's inside them. All right, so let's dive in and look at the first course, Drone Technology and Flight Fundamentals. So this course is made up of 6 modules. First, we're going to get into an overview of the UAS or Unmanned Aircraft Systems industry, looking at the different types of regulations, the difference between recreational commercial use, and an overview of what the industry looks like, the growth opportunities that are there. Then we go to module 2, which is current applications and career pathways. We touch on every different career pathway and career cluster that contains drones and where drones can be useful. So we talk about what the job outlook is like and the different types of careers and all the different types of fields. Then we get into the future of the unmanned aircraft industry. So things like automation, artificial intelligence, new developments like drone docks and remote drone operations. So think people living in Arkansas and flying drones in Puerto Rico. I have a friend that does that right now. We talk about how that's possible in this section, what that future looks like. Then we dive into the platform and components. So how drones fly, things like the flight controller and the motors and how everything fits together so students have a really solid understanding of what is going on inside of a drone. Module 5 is flight fundamentals. So they're going to learn how drones fly and how to actually operate them and safely. We typically recommend people start off on one of these small drones like a Holystone 190. So that way it's safe. And if they wreck something, it's not going to damage anything. And these are pretty durable and most schools have good success with that. Then the students will also get their trust certification, which is the certification you need to fly drones recreationally in the United States. So that'll have their name on it and a certificate number. Students love getting that as a nice milestone in their drone journey. And then we're going to move on to some basic and advanced flight maneuvers, helping them get more comfortable on the drone, learning how to fly it, and getting them to a spot where they maybe could move up to a nicer drone and you could feel comfortable letting them fly that and not wrecking it. So inside of the Drone Technology and Flight Fundamentals course, there are, like I said, 6 modules, but there's 47 video lessons, each with embedded knowledge checks after every lesson so the students can understand what they're learning. The general flow is that they're going to watch a short video followed by a little bit of reading, and then they're going to go do a knowledge check, a simple ungraded 3 questions where it gives them the answers right afterwards just to reinforce what they're learning. We also have guided notes for every single lesson in the course. So as students are watching that video or reading through the material, they can fill in the blanks and answer simple questions, once again, to help reinforce what they're learning and give them another method of retaining that information. So they're going to watch a little bit, they're going to read a little bit, they're going to answer some multiple choice questions, and they're also going to write a little bit, trying to really get that information in and lock it in there. Then at the end of every module, we have pre-written auto-graded quizzes to assess the students' learning. These are going to be graded and will go into the teacher's gradebook where they can view and access them at any time. So they can take multiple attempts and the teacher can choose which one they'd like to accept, whether it's just one attempt at the beginning or if you want to allow multiple attempts, you have the flexibility to do that. Then in each module, there's also hands-on activities. We have teacher setup guides and grading rubrics for these as well if you wanted to include this as a part of the student's grade. But again, we try to make this as turnkey as possible and give you every single resource you might need in order to teach this effectively. We have some Kahoot quizzes as well if you want to have the students compete against each other before taking those end of module quizzes, again, to kind of reinforce that knowledge before they all go out and take something for a grade. At the end of this 9-week course, we have a pre-written 50-question final exam that is graded. Again, this is supposed to be the final exam for this course, but if you're teaching this as an 18-week long course, this could be considered a midterm. So that is the Drone Technology and Flight Fundamentals course. Now let's go to the Commercial Drone Licensure and Part 107 Prep course. So this course is made up of 11 modules, and the goal of this course is to teach them everything they need to know in order to take and pass the FAA's Commercial Drone Licensure exam, which a lot of people call the Part 107 exam. But if they finish all this information, successfully complete our practice tests, they should be ready to go sit for that actual FAA exam and pass, which will give them their commercial drone license. And they get to keep that credential for life. So what we're covering in this is drone regulations, everything about the airspace, reading sectional charts and maps, radio communications. We talk about weather, effects of weather, and where they're going to get weather information from, loading and performance of the aircraft. We talk about airport operations, emergency procedures and maintenance and inspection, physiology, so how different things with your body, your vision, fatigue, how that impacts your ability to fly, and then aeronautical decision making. These are all topics that are covered on that FAA exam. Now, No student wants to just sit through a bunch of lectures and lessons without having some fun. So what we've done is we've also built in flight activities throughout this whole course so that students continue to be engaged and continue to have fun as they're working through it. And similar to the drone technology and flight fundamentals course, in this one we have, again, 11 modules, but there are 88 video lessons in here with those same knowledge checks we talked about. It's that same flow of short video, a little bit of reading, some knowledge checks, along with those guided notes. And then at the end of every module, there's a quiz with some activities. There's a comprehensive 196-page textbook that goes along with this. Essentially, these are just the readings that are underneath the video, but they're all compiled into one place in case you wanted to print it out or have a standalone resource to use. Again, auto-graded quizzes at the end of each module, detailed teacher guides and lesson plans for easy implementation, ready-to-use activities for each module with setup guides and grading rubrics. And then again, at the end of this one, they have a 50-question final exam that they can be used for a grade that mirrors some of the actual FAA test. And then after that, we have unlimited exam simulations for the students. So they can take these as many times as they want. I think we have about 600 questions loaded into this test database. So they can go through there and it simulates the exact thing they'll see on test day. So it'll give them 60 questions, 120 minutes to complete it. It won't tell them the answers as they go, and they'll have to finish it. And when they do, they'll get a score report, which will tell them everything they got right, everything they got wrong, along with those answer explanations. And both courses are built to try to provide a turnkey solution for teachers who want to teach drones, but maybe don't know a ton about drones, or maybe don't want to come up with all these lessons on their own. So whether you're new to drones or an experienced STEM educator, this platform is designed to be plug and play with minimal prep on your end. So if you're looking to give your students access to cutting edge technology skills and prepare them for the future of high demand careers, we'd love to show you how our curriculum works in even more detail. So what you can do now, if you'd like, is you can either schedule a quick 20-minute demo call where we can walk through any part of the curriculum that you would like to dive into and maybe talk about what you're looking to do at your school. Or if you prefer, we can just chat over email or phone. Just let us know. You probably got an email from one of our reps already. But if you hadn't, just go to dronelaunchlearning.com, click a button to book a time with us, or just go to the Contact Us page and get a hold of us there either by phone or email, and we'd love to chat with you. So thanks for considering Drone Launch for your students. We're excited about the possibility of being able to help serve them and develop skills that will benefit their future.